Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. I hope you're all having a glorious weekend. We're still the weekend if you're here, of course, in the UK. It's Bank Holiday Monday, which is just lovely. No, maybe it is actual Monday if you are across the pond, but we are going to bring you a really lovely day of crafting and inspiration, and it's probably going to be, there's going to be a few laughs, I sense, as well, and that reason is, well, she sat right here next to me. Debby Robinson is back with me in the building. How are you, Debbie?
Hey, good morning, evening, afternoon. Happy Easter Monday as well, because we're still on our bank holiday over here in the UK. Yeah, it's going to be a cracking day, and I couldn't ask for a better person to be working with. In fact, I couldn't ask for a better team. We've got our gorgeous Tracy outside and the two gorgeous Georges in the booth. So absolutely, it's going to be a smashing day, and I'll tell you why it is, because we've got a brand new launch.
Yeah, we have.
We have got a brand new launch that I'm really looking forward to doing as well, Joe. So what about you? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I've had a couple of mini eggs just to get me started this morning. I feel it's right. I have given a lot of my mini eggs away though, because there was a few too many. Debbie Fisher got me a box of mini eggs yesterday. There was 8 bags in there, and I thought I'd get through at least 4 yesterday. I ate 2 and I felt a bit peaky, so I've given a few away today. So
share the love.
I have been, yeah. I've said I wasn't going to eat any mini eggs today whatsoever, and I only lasted until, well, about 10:50, and we were already on the mini eggs. So, but yeah, as Debbie said, it is Easter.
It's Easter allowed.
If there's one time you can eat chocolate, Debbie, it is this weekend. Absolutely it is. So I hope you're having a nice, relaxing day today. There is a launch coming up for you, as Debbie just mentioned, 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. over on the East Coast, and it is our brand new Gemini Slimline Advanced Nesting Die Collection. If you want to get on that DL card trend, then these, Debbie, are going to be absolutely perfect.
They're absolutely beautiful. I mean, we've said this a lot. You say it a lot as a crafter, but every crafter should have a good set of nesting dies, whether it be your straight edge ones or whether it be some decorative ones. What we've done with our nesting dies is brought them bang smack screaming into the 21st century, is that the right way? Into that latest current trend of the Slimline, and that's exactly what we've done with these. These are beautiful as well, and we have got a CTV exclusive coming up to show you as well. But you've got these beautiful nested dies that are all gorgeous and all have this beautiful decorative element all the way around. But that on trend, but of course, because of Slimline, you can have them landscape, you can have them portrait, you can have them any way that you want, and there's lots of different styles that you can do with them as well. This one's a good description of that portrait way, but again, lots of different styles of cards that you can be making and using them in lots of different ways. So that one is to create a lovely easel card with other elements that we have in our collections, and then even using down to the topper there, the stopper topper, to create that lovely easel stopper. So absolutely beautiful. They are beautiful dies. Let me just tell you, the decorative features to these are absolutely gorgeous, and I am really looking forward to today, because I'm really looking forward to this launch. Been busy prepping over the last few days, and it's been a real joy working with them as well, because they really, really are gorgeous to work with.
Yeah, they look fantastic. You're going to absolutely love them. I can't wait to take you through them in just a few minutes. And then, of course, a little bit later this evening, 6 p.m. here in the UK, which is 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, we will have Monday Makers, and there is loads of great stuff in that show too. If you want to get ahead and have a look at all the products that are coming up today, it's easier than ever to do so now. So head over to the website craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, hit the Shop the Day button, and that will share with you all of the products that are coming out throughout the day today. However, should we see who's tuning in and saying hello?
Oh yeah.
We have got Rhiannon, is tuning in from Ballarat, Australia. Good day, Rhiannon, or good evening, we should say. Marlene is in St. Petersburg, Florida. That's where HSN is, I believe, St. Petersburg in Florida.
Is it?
Yeah. Jill is saying hi. Hello, Jill. Thea's in as well, saying hoi hoi from the Netherlands. We've got Debbie in New York. Treasure Heart saying hi. Lillian is in from sunny London as well. If you want to get in touch, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube, don't forget. Now, don't also forget, it's your last day for Triple Points. We've been doing our Triple Points promotion across everything you see on air and the entire website here at Crafters TV, but today is the last day to avail of that. So wherever you are, you've got until midnight tonight to take advantage of that, which is awesome. Now, Debbie, it is a Monday. It doesn't feel like a Monday, does it?
No, that's what I said to you, didn't I? I said this morning, we've all come in this morning, none of us feel like it's a Monday at all.
Saturday felt like a Sunday. because we had Friday off.
I never know. I'll be honest, Joe. When I stumble out of bed, the first thing I do is look at my watch or my phone
see what day
it is, because I never know these days. Before, when I had a job that were 9 to 5 kind of Monday to Friday, I always knew where I was. And since joining Crafters Companion, my days, weeks, they've
your
just...
body clock's out.
Everything's out, absolutely.
Do you do that thing where you wake up in the morning and it's a day off, but you think you've got to be somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
It is, and you have that like 60, 90 seconds of blind panic whilst you remember. You're tapping your watch, trying to get your phone, find out where you're meant to be, and then you realise you can go back to sleep. It's quite fabulous. Yeah, or maybe even worse the other way around. You wake up naturally just before your alarm. You think, oh, lovely, I'm going to stay here all day today. Oh, just pull the duvet up a little bit higher. And then you realise, anyway, enough about mine and Debbie's body clocks. What I was trying to say is that it is a Monday, and because it's a Monday, we're going to launch a brand new Got It Good for you, and this week's is an amazing selection of essential adhesives. So you've got loads in here. You've got your 3D glue gel, your tacky glue, the all-purpose foam pads, 2 different sizes of foam pads in here, and then you've also got your red liner double-sided tape in there as well. So a real hero selection, a great saving for you as well of over 20%. So whether you are, just starting crafting, it's a really great essentials, or whether you're maybe stocking up on these, then do grab that. We'll run that all week or whilst stocks last. But today will be the only opportunity you get to grab that with triple points even. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. Now, we are going to look at that brand new launch. It has been very busy already on this launch. A lot of you have already gone for it. 5 brand new die collections. Now, these are so cool because there are so many different concepts you can do with these. What I love about them is that they are I'm not going to call them an unusual size, but they are a size maybe a little bit out of the ordinary if you are going for regular nesting dies, and that's great because a lot of you won't have nesting dies in this shape. There is also such a massive trend for, more slimline cards, DL size cards, and if you're maybe you're looking at that trend in cards and you think, gosh, if I only had something in my stash that allowed me to produce those kind of cards, these are going to be those dies. The other great thing about them is the amount of interchangeability you've got, the fact that you can mix and match across the different designs. So I'll take you through them. This one's the Luca that you've got just here. We're all Italian names again. How posh. You've got Luca, which is that one there. This one is Latina, which is that one there. The next one here, this is Ferrera, which is gorgeous. Modena, which is that one there, the culinary heart of Italy. And Portofino. This one, only available to if you purchase it directly from us here at Crafters Companion. So it's an Crafters Companion web and CTV exclusive. So all of those together, $59.96 or $91.80, which is awesome. So the great thing there is essentially you're getting one of these for free, which is brilliant. A lot of you have already ordered these before this morning's show. A lot of you got them in your basket already. I just love that they are nesting dies, but they are a sort of different shape than we're used to, Deb, because so many people will be looking at DL cards, so popular at the moment, but a lot of us maybe don't have DL size dies in our stash. These are going to fit in beautifully, aren't they? And that's very true. To do the slimline feature, you want a good set of dies to be able to do that. And this is these with a great big fat tick at the side of them. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful dies, and they've got that nesting ability. So each one has got that increment. You're getting 3 in each set. Now I'm going to start with the Latina, and I'll show you how they work, Joe. Nesting dies and nesting dies, but these are absolutely just gorgeous. And what's lovely about them is they're not nesting dies with 3 of the same patterns. They're 3 different. You can tell I've been using mine because I've got a bit of. Let me see if I can just poke out my little bit. Come on, poke it. These are mine, yeah, they're not Tracy's, these are mine. I've been playing with it, I can't stop playing with them. I had to step away from them because I literally absolutely love them. But each one has got its own different style. So this beautiful, I love the name, the Latina name. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous, and it suits this one. I know that sounds really stupid, but it suits the style of the die. But again, you've got the nesting ability. You can see that quite visibly, how they all go down in those increments. The largest die measures
inches at 8.3 inches by 3.3 inches, so you get a real gist of that DL feature. But of course, they're going to work those ways as well. So they're going to go the DL way, but they'll also go on the landscape feature as well. So each one absolutely beautiful. These work where they've got the outside cutting edge, but the inside panel is a solid. It's got no cutting outside edge on the inside, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? There's no outside cutting at the main. Yeah. To create that solid nested piece. However, you can create that and create a different frame by placing the two together to create something that little bit different as well. And the same, and you can keep all of those solid and then just simply nest them up, which is what I'm going to do with this first demo, Joe. Now, I've taken some nesting. I've taken some Centura Pearl.
Oh, nice.
I've gone with, I think this is my fresh white.
Posh white?
Fresh white.
Oh, I thought you said posh white.
Posh white, no, fresh white. So I'm going to place that on and show you how lovely these cut, the size that they cut as well, and how beautiful they look when you put them all together. Debbie's looking for a low tack tape and forgot what she's done with it. There we go. And I'm just going to line those up. So literally pop that in. And I think what I might do is show you as well that cutting in ability while we've got plenty of time. So I'm going to run those through. They are from our normal thin metal die range. So there's no, they're not multimedia dies or anything like that. So it's just your normal combination for your thin metal die, and run them through your Gemini. Because of the size of them, you will get them on a Gemini Junior plate, let me just tell you, because I've been using my large machine with the Gemini Junior plates all weekend, because that's what I do at home. But they will fit through your Gemini MIDI as well, because I tested them on there too. So you've got options with your machines, and of course you know that they're going to fit through the big daddy of them all. So what I'm going to do, Joe, is I am just going to lift off my tape. Do you know what I could have done? Saved a bit of time there. I don't know why I just put one die on there. I were using the larger plates. I could have put all three in one go. Silly old me. Never mind. I'm just going to release that from there. Give that a little tap. And again, you could create little apertures. Look how lovely that looks to create a little aperture. I've got a lot coming.
You know what that gives you, Debbie?
I know, yeah. I could feel it in my bones. I just knew what you were going to come and say. Go on, Joe. Tell me what can it?
An opportunity to craft. Oh yeah.
Oh dear. Did you make that up yourself, Joe? Was that little? Are you okay over there?
Do you know, I've got one for you, Debbie. I heard this last night. What's the difference between people from Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
Oh no. Go on.
The people in Dubai like the Flintstones, but the ones in Abu Dhabi don't. No, I got it wrong. The people in Dubai don't like the Flintstones, but the people in Abu Dhabi do. Oh, I ruined it. Abu Dhabi do.
That did crack me up. I knew where you were going with it, and I thought he's got it wrong way around. He's got it the wrong way around.
It's the way I tell them, Debbie. It's the way I tell them.
Now, I'm just going to bring in some dark cards because I want you to see just how beautiful this is. So let me just grab a piece of black cardstock because I have used it with some white Centura Pearl. And again, apart from, they're just absolutely beautiful, these, Joe. Lovely, delicate feature to them. Some have got more solid features to them. This one is probably one of the most delicate ones of them. But look how beautiful that design is. And like I said, you could be using this now because this shape fits in. Now, I am going to show you. I'll show you away in a moment, but I'll cut the other two down because I've got my two pieces of cardstock for the two smaller ones. Don't ask me why I didn't put them all in one go. I wonder if I get two out of that piece. Oh no, don't push it, Debbie, don't push your luck. Don't push your luck. Let me grab a pair of scissors. Let's just bring in my scissors. Hey Joe, what are you like, honestly?
So Lena's saying, are these dies made to fit a DL card? I guess they will fit a DL card, don't they?
Yes, they will definitely. And do you know what? You can make your own DL shaped card, which is what I'm going to cover in the launch show as well, with the outside die on its own. So you create your own DL size. They've been made with that simple design in mind. And I say simple, it's very on trend at the moment. It's really on trend.
They've all got so much beautiful embossed detail in them as well.
Do you know, that's another lovely thing about these. There is some beautiful embossed detailing. Now, on the, and I'll show you in a moment when we go pick those. Let me just get rid of all my little scrap pieces because I don't want them in there. But I'm going to show you. Let's just pop that on there for a second. Little low-tack tape. And let me just get rid of those bits. There we go. So if I bring in my plate and put them both on there, hope they don't move. Low tack tape's not very low tacky today. There we go, pop that on, and then run those through as well. So pop those in, and then I'll show you as well that lovely, in each one they've all got like a little embossed design. So in here there's some beautiful, they almost look like a little rainbow design. It's very difficult to see on white, but I think when you use things like your inks, I know Joe just trying to come in close there. Let's see if you can get in, zoom in a bit closer. Can you see there? If I just, yeah, look, you can see that beautiful embossed design on them. Now, I haven't had to use my rubber mat for that, and you can see that beautiful design on each of them.
Even more pronounced if you run that through with your embossing mat.
Yes, it will. Yes, absolutely. If you do the die cut and then the rubber shim one as well, you will get a more defined look.
Awesome.
You'll also get a more defined look when you run some inks over it as well, Joe. So when you run inks through it too, you'll get that more defined feature on there as well. So I'm just going to give that a little release. And literally, you just take the die off, and even down here, there's all this beautiful embossed feature. Honestly, wait till you get them home and see it up close and personal, and you'll just truly appreciate the beauty of these. Not only have they got this lovely delicacy, but they've got lovely fine features as well. And again, that looks just absolutely gorgeous. It really is beautiful. Oh, producer Georgina came up with an idea. Yeah, you could do, yeah, you know, you're right. You could put a little bit of thin ribbon through there, producer Georgina, absolutely you could. And then when you take this off, I love this one, because look at all that die cut elements. It's just absolutely beautiful. And even on here, it's got this gorgeous embossed detail. So again, each one of them, and I'll put them all side by side.
That smaller one would be a lovely tag, Debbie, wouldn't it? Either leaving it as it is,
yeah,
or actually even maybe cutting it in half and just putting a hole punch either in. Lovely tag die.
Absolutely, and they're honestly, they're absolutely beautiful. Now I'm going to do it with this one, and I'll show you what I mean, because I have got some already pre-done here to one side. But when you start to play around with your dies, because they're nesting dies, this is what I want you to remember, you can create some really nice features to this. So I'm going to use this one, and I'll bring in my smaller plates. Let me just fetch in my small plate. And I'm going to line that up in there, and this is showing you that precision that we have with a nesting die and the kind of thing that you can do with it as well. So let's just pop a bit of low tack tape on both sides. Create a little bit of a frame with this one, Joe. So if you love your frames and you love, you know, with your pictures and things like that, you could use these as frames too. So lots of opportunity, because this will create a lovely aperture. So when you're cutting into cardstock, this is a way that you can do it as well.
Gorgeous for things like tops of boxes, I'm thinking, Debbie.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I'm going to try and cover quite a few things in the loan show, and whatever we don't get covered in loan show, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to twist producer Georgina's arm to let me bring them on later as well.
Oh, I think so.
So there you're going to get your twofer, because you've created from that first solid panel. So if I just pop that there like there, and then just show you from the two pieces there, you've created two different looks altogether, and
really
that creates that beautiful aperture, and also then gives you another die cut element, because this one's going to cut out for you as well.
Oh, I'm guessing, Deb, if you wanted an even wider frame, could you use the small one in the big one if you wanted to?
And I was just going
to say. Were you? Oh, so great minds, Debbie, great minds.
My mind. So I'm going to bring another one in, because I've already pre-cut one, but you could do exactly the same with this piece. And then, of course, if you wanted that wider look, and I'm going to do it with the bigger one so you can see it. Let me just clean my die for a second, though. Let me see if I can get rid of all my waste pieces. This is when your die cleaning brush will come in handy, so get your die cleaning brushes out, but I'll just show you, just for the purposes of the demonstration, to create, and show you again just how many different ways you can use them. So let's pop that one in, and let's put the plates back on. And then run that through, making sure, yeah, there we go, we're all taped down. So run that through your Gemini as well. Like I said, these will fit through your Gemini Junior, MIDI and upwards. Smaller machines, it's a no. I'll just be totally honest with you, it's a no. You can't use them on your Mini or anything like that. But anything from your MIDI and Junior size upwards, you're absolutely good to go. So let's just take that off, and you can see now what it's done. And again, created another little panel. So we've got another little panel that we can release. Let me make sure I've got my tape off there from underneath. Have I got all my tape off? Yes, I have. And then just lift that off. Just get my finger underneath it. There we go. And when you've created your other little panel, that's the word I'm looking for. But from that 3 pieces, you've got 3 different looks altogether. And that's not before you start in with doing the same with the next size down and the next die to create another aperture, only another solid piece. So again, it's just showing you the possibilities that you have with these are they're quite
Debbie,
a lot more than you actually think. You think 3 dies, you think 3 nesting panels, but I want you to think of all the different ways that you can use them. And of course, you could be layering
I was thinking
these
that one there overlaid on the bigger one, I bet
Yep.
it would look gorgeous. Those 2 together with a little name badge in the middle or something like that. Or put a sentiment in there.
And you could lift those up with some foam pads and things like that and create that in. Thank you very much. Look at innovage or in what did I?
I can't do it. Inipage, I call it. Inipage and outipage.
That one, Joe, to create that effect as well. But don't they look lovely? And it's like I said, it's showing you all the different ways that you can use them. And like I said, you've still got this opportunity to create another frame in there as well. So really, really lovely set of dies. However, I'm keeping it in its simplest form, but I just wanted to show you, just to kick-start it, to get to whet your appetite a little bit. I just wanted to kick-start it and show you what you can be creating. Now, I've taken a Slimline card, and I've made this myself, Joe. I've made it slightly bigger. It's because it's just under 9 inches by the 4 inches, but only because I wanted to add the frames on there. But of course, when you've got your own, enveloper, shall we say, enveloper? When you've got your enveloper, you can create your own style shapes of cards, sizes of cards, because you can make your envelopes to match, rather than the other way around, fitting cards into fit. So I'm just going to pop this onto, there we go, let's pop that there. Producer Georgina's in me ear, but I didn't hear what you said. It's all right, I thought you were talking to me, Producer Georgina. Yes, right. Yes, you can. So that's something I'm going to be covering. So our producer Georgina did say, can you use the larger one to create your own shape card? Is that right, Producer Georgina? Yeah, absolutely you can. And that's what I'm going to be covering in the later show today as well. So yeah, absolutely you can. A great call out there. Now then, I'm just deciding which pieces to use now, because now I've done those, I'm thinking, oh, quite like those. I might change up again. I always do this. Stick to your plan, Debbie. Stick to your plan. Oh dear. Right, so I'm just going to pop that on. Of course, you could be taking things like your beautiful inks and inking around the edges to create a different effect altogether. There we go, let's pop that on there. And I'm going to just bring on my other ones as well, Joe, because like I said, I had already put some foam pads on the back of these 2. So let's just take off.
Alicia's asking if you can do shaker cards with them, Debbie.
Oh, now it's like everyone's reading my mind today. I've got a shaker card planned for later as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, in the launch show, yes, absolutely you can create, because you've got that wait a minute, you're setting me off now. Aperture.
Opportunity.
It's your fault. Aperture. Yeah, because you can create the aperture. Yes, absolutely you can make your shaker cards as well. We'll show you a few styles. Joe's got a few styles to show you in a moment when I finish this demo, to show you all the different ways that you can use all these different styles of cards, because yes, they're a fabulous nesting die. Yes, they're very decorative, and you can create lots of apertures with them as well as your nesting ability. But already, I mean, look at all of them 3 together. Just look how beautiful they absolutely look. Really, really gorgeous. I absolutely love these dies. And can I just tell you, they're going to fit with some of your favourites that you've got. So I used one of my, do you remember the, what were they called? The stamping dies. Oh, oof. The Friend, the Thank You, and those Slim, I can't remember what they were called. They were sentiments, Producer Georgina, yeah, they were sentiments, but I can't remember. But they fit absolutely beautiful. I found out just by accident when I was looking through what I wanted to fit inside me, in my nesting pieces, and these fit absolutely beautiful in there. And I've just cut this out in the same matching paper, which, by the way, is the butterfly, the vintage butterfly paper pad. Do we have any left of the hummingbird? Because I was going to use the hummingbird.
The 6x6 is sold out. Everything else is available, but it's all available individually, Debbie. If you spend over £50 or dollars, you get 10% off. The 12x12 is going to go, I mean, any minute now, though. So.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what else they're going to work with as well then, not just papers, other dyes you might have in your collection. And as if by magic, they're on the show today. But they're dyes that I use all the time. Mini dyes. They're going to fit beautifully with the mini dyes. So I fetched me off a couple, because I got butterfly background paper. I thought, oh, I'll fetch a couple of little butterflies.
Cute, aren't they?
I've cut it out in the same kind of colours. So it's the same Centura Pearl that I've used, which is the fresh white. And I'm just going to stick that onto, and I'm just going to create it around the body, but stick one at the top end and have that floating off. And I'm going to stick one in the bottom part of it, like so. And again, just showing you how beautiful all of these things that work that you have in your crafty stash, but look how beautiful these nesting dies can actually, you know, work for you as a crafter. Think of what, I mean, that was a very simple card to do, Joe, that beautiful design of the Slimline feature, which again would work equally as well. I'd probably just have to stick a different sentiment on, perhaps use an alphabet or something going down, or maybe use some of the butterflies going down the centre and have a stamped sentiment somewhere along there. But they will work both ways. They'll look equally as beautiful both ways, and that's what we're going to aim to show you throughout the day, all the different styles that you can use them. And I know you've got a set of fabulous ones to show everybody as well.
I do. The great thing is about these as well, I think each of the individual die cuts can be used so well individually as well. So yes, layer them up and create something that's very, very full, but also you're going to be able to create something that is quite refined for using it on its own. Right, let me show you. It's amazing how much detail you've got in here. You can really see that embossing on here as well too. We'll show you that in more detail a little later. So that one there, that is the Luca that you have got just there. Then you've got this one here. Now this is your Latina that you've got there as well. Very, almost quite peacocky, isn't it? The one along the top, all that detail in the top of that just there. That's the 3 different designs together there. This one here is your Ferrara that you can see there, and again, really nice detailing there around the edge. I love the straight line detailing on the centre one, the middle panel there as well. This is Modena, this one here. It's got a real Art Deco vibe to it, and again, really lovely cut in detail in all 3 of the different layers that you've got within there. And then this one exclusive to us here at Crafters Companion and Crafters TV. This is the Portofino that you've got just there, and again, really lovely swirling details. Again, love the cutting details and the circular details on the inside of there. $59.96 or $91.80. You're getting 1 for free in this particular configuration. You can use your Club Inspired discount. Platinum members, you'll be able to pick it up for $47.97 or $73.44. Now, there are so many different configurations when it comes to how you can put this together and the sort of things that you can put them on. I'm going to give you an idea of some of those things right now. So this is what we call our concept suite, which sort of gives you an idea of all the different ways that you can use this. So think about using this here as an easel card and using the centre element there as the stepper, or the stopper I should say, which I think is really cool. Some of this Debbie mentioned earlier, and that was using this to make your own shaped cards. How cool does that look? And the brilliant thing is you've actually got the cut in detail on the back. Now that's a shaped card only using, or that's using all 3 of the layers there. I think from the back detail with the Debbie cut, from the back detail with the Debbie cut in. From the back detail, oh, I don't know. Debbie, it looks brilliant from the back, doesn't it? That's what I was trying to say.
Beautiful from the back
from the
as
front
well as
and the back. Oh
yes.
Gosh, we got there in the end. Maybe you just want to do a simple 10-fold card. I think they look brilliant like that. I think there's nothing to stop you using them very simply in the portrait mode as well as the landscape way. Again, we talked about this a moment ago, shaker cards are going to look fantastic cut into there, because not only have you got the outside frame detail, the inner frame detail also has all of that lovely intricate dies in there. This one's really interesting, Debbie. This one is a...
is it the spinner one, or is it? Oh, is it the? So it could be the fold. I think that could also act as an easel as well.
Could that be an easel card?
Yeah, you could have it. You could have it as an easel. Yeah, there you go. Stepper, inside stepper.
Inside
that
stepper.
Looks beautiful.
There you go. I've not seen one. I've not seen an inside stepper before. I think that's really cool. Really like that. This one here, again, a little sort of similar but different. This next one here that's been done. Oh, it is the same. No, it's not. It's a spinner.
It's a twirly.
It's a spin art. I love that.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Really, really cool, that one there. How about using the outside and the inside and then some acetate? And again, what a great way to even maybe use some vellum behind there. How about a floaty vellum insert on the inside would be another way that you could use that. So many different ways. I think it was definitely one of those sets. The more you use it, the more ways you'll think of using it. Brilliant for, as well, things like a dome front card, if you want to use it for that. That one there has been used as a dome front card. Next up here, we have got a double fold back. Again, looks absolutely sensational in the double fold back there, as you can see. Sorry?
Gatefold.
What did I call it?
A double fold back.
Double fold back.
Actually, do you know what? I quite like yours. Double fold back.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Reverse gatefold, is that what it is? Mm-hmm. I've been calling it a double fold back for about 8 years now. This one here, you've got, oh no, this one's interesting. I love this. This is a stepper card, as you can see. Really, really cool. Then we've got this one. Now this one is oh, that's very clever. Like a tent fold something card.
I call them a floating card. A
floating tent fold?
Yeah, we'll call it that one.
Another double fold back / reverse gatefold there. And then this one here, also cool. Think about doing it onto things like your gift bags. They're going to look brilliant, very, very elegant on smaller gift bags or bottle bags. There's just so many different ways that you can use these. So make sure you are grabbing them. £47.97, £73.44 if you are a platinum member. Now, I know I told you about it yesterday, and I am going to give you another heads up right now. The 12 by 12 hummingbird paper is about to sell out. It is on the brink of selling out. If it's in your basket, check it out. It is going to go. There is 1% of the stock remaining. There is less than 30 of them. So if you want it, Debbie, I know you launched this, didn't you? Yes. What is it about this that you love so much? Because you were waxing lyrical about this.
Honestly, it's those papers. I think the beauty, and I've said it, I keep saying it's like a heavenly paper pad. It's got lots of beautiful colours in there, but the imagery of the hummingbirds, I mean, it's a graceful bird to start with, but it's just absolutely brought to life with that paper pad that Faye's created from Leanne's team. It's absolutely stunning, and I'm really upset that there's only a little bit left, because I am definitely...
Tiny bit, and it was a restock as well. It did go earlier in the week. We managed to get a little bit more. Well, we got a little bit more on Friday, and then on Saturday, sorry, and then on Sunday we also managed to add a tiny bit more. That really is it now. It's the end of that. So if you want it, then please be quick. Let's do the luxury linen cardstock as well. That is available for you. It's in stock. Remember, all the individual elements, excluding the 6x6 papers, are available. So if you want to go over and build your own bundle on the website, spend £50 or dollars or more, and we will give you 10% off of all these individuals. So you've got the linen cardstock there, and the other one we've got for you are these beautiful vellums that you can see just here. These really are stunning, if I can pick them up. 24 you're getting in there. I'll show you some of the designs that you're getting included. I mean, the vibrancy on these is absolutely amazing, and they've got a really lovely opacity to them as well, so just a joy to use and to craft with. $10.39, $13.56 if you are a platinum member. As I said, all available. All the elements apart from the 6x6 are over there on the website for you. Right, it's very, very busy across lots of different things, specifically this brand new launch that we're bringing you. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out early doors, then you can sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of the show. So whilst you do that, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any Papercrafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey Tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set. Quick Buy, get yours now.
Still exceptionally busy there on that brand new launch. Just quickly whiz you back through the 5 different designs that you're getting in here. Remember, one of these, the Portofino, is completely exclusive to us here at Crafters TV and Crafters Companion. So you've got your Luca, you've got your Latina, then you have the Ferrara, you've got the Modena, and the Portofino. I have no idea, Debbie, where Latina and Ferrara are, so that's a little job for me to find out under this next section. Kathy Myers says, Joe scared me, I had to go get more Hummingbird paper pads. Well, they are about to go, so you can thank me later, Kathy. Are the word sentiment dies still available? I'm not sure. The ones that Debbie just used that were on the centre of that piece of card. I don't know, we'll have a little look and we'll investigate and come back to you, Rhiannon. Kathy says, gorgeous card. Alicia says, what is the measurement for a slimline card, Debbie? Also, hi Joe from Arkansas, says Alicia. We also have, Treasure Heart says, really love the papers that are being used here as well. They're all named after Italian cities. Yeah, I knew. So Latina is south of Rome, and Ferrara, well, I can tell you that Lucca is in Tuscany. It's just west of Florence. Ferrara, which is that one there, is north of Bologna, between Bologna and Venice. Modena is also kind of Tuscany. It's just above Tuscany. Can't remember what the one above Tuscany is called. And Portofino, I think I'm right in saying, is in Sicily. But now I feel like I've got that wrong, Debbie.
I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I would be definitely relying on the Google search because I have absolutely no idea. I have never ventured out very far from England. I think I've been to Tenerife. Where's the other place I've been? Turkey. That's about it. I'm not very well travelled, Joe. I'm not like you, a globetrotter who's been all over the place. So I'm not 100% sure.
It's just outside Genoa. The home, Debbie, the home of focaccia bread. Ooh, yummalicious. Yeah, I tell you what, I do love a bit of focaccia. Debbie, you have to go. We'll have to go. We should go together, Debbie, just to eat. Just go on like a little, you know, just a weekend of eating. Ice cream, pizza, focaccia bread.
Oh, now you're talking.
Meats, cheeses, maybe a bit of wine.
Can we stop? Can we stop
We
talking
can't
about
do that for now, so we will have to channel all that into these Italian named dyes, and that's where we'll have to get the joy of Italy from on this bank holiday Monday, I think. Any questions you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube, and I will pop them across to the lovely Debbie, so do get them in for me. Right, Debbie, what would you like to share with us next?
Well, I'm going to do a mix of some things that we've got coming up later on in the day.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to mix in the nesting dies as well, because I do love these nesting dies. They're absolutely beautiful. Looking forward to that show later on, because I'm going to try and show you different ways that you can use them. But I am going to use the brush lettering stamps. Do you know, it's the first time that I've actually played with the brush lettering stamps, Joe. I've never been involved in any of the shows before, so it was really nice to play. Yeah, it was a really nice change getting hold of them and playing with them, because these are really a lovely concept. It's something that I would love to be able to do, but I can't.
Me too.
And I've tried. And I have to do the cheats way, where I have to practice. What was that, Joe?
How's your tangling coming on?
Tangling and loving it. absolutely loving it. Oh yeah, I'm in a world of my own when I'm tangling. That's me Debbie time, that's my time when I love to have a little bit of get lost in my tangling, so yeah, absolutely. But brush lettering is something I've always wanted to be able to do, but never been able to achieve it very well. I've tried, but I can't do it freehand. But I don't have to now because I've got these gorgeous stamps that give me that style that I want and look after. And it's lovely the fact that they split them into two and you can create this lovely imagery going through. So I am going to be using those as well, but I'm going to use where did we say this one was, Joe? Modena?
Modena. Modena. It is
Modena? Do you pronounce it Modena?
It's north of Florence. Oh. It's not far from Parma, where Parma ham comes from. And it's also, Modena is the home of balsamic vinegar.
Is it really? How do you know all this stuff, Joe?
I've just done a lot of eating, Debbie.
Well, this die is, again, absolutely beautiful. And you get a little bit of inspiration on the sheet. Love the idea behind these. You can create really simple, classy cards using that traditional style of the DL, like I said, either on that portrait way or the landscape way. So it's entirely up to you. But each one, I'll show you this one as well in close so you can see the difference between them. In fact, if I just move that across there, like so, each one of these now, apart from being the obvious nesting dies, I've got a lovely intricacy, but they've also got some lovely embossed detail on there. The power of the Gemini automatically means that some of these you don't really need to put the purple shim through, but I will show you how you can do that as well. And of course they're all nesting top of each other, but then you have that opportunity again. Oh, I'm going to kill you. Is it right? Am I saying it? Opportunity.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm like...
You're not trying to say it?
I don't want to say it.
You want to say aperture? It's like foliage all over again, isn't it?
Oh, no, right. So I'm just going to leave them there so you can see them. Oh, right. So I'm just going to pop that there for a second. I'm going to bring you some black cardstock and show you this. Now, did somebody ask about the size of the DL? Do you know, I honestly couldn't tell you the proper correct size of it because it's is it 8 point something by 3 point something?
I'm on it, Debbie.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
These have been designed with the DL card shape in mind so that they will fit through there, through your DL shaped envelopes. But I'm just going to run this one through first, Joe, and actually,
So it's a third of A4.
Lovely Georgina saying.
It's a third of A4.
Right, hang on a minute, let me grab my A4.
It's basically
and it's a third of the
10
A4.
centimetres by 21 centimetres.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, well, see, Google comes in handy for so many different things, it does. Right, so I'm going to run these through my plates as well, so let's just run those through. And again, I'm just going to use the one to start with. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a shadow drop with this one, so I'm going to cut it out twice, but in two different colours. I'm actually using our matte black cardstock and our multi-purpose, wait a minute, is that what they call it now? Multi-purpose cardstock?
Yes, well, no, we've all talked about, we all said we should change the name, and now they've changed the name, we don't know what it's called.
Oh, Joe, honestly, I don't know
set ourselves up, we made a rod for our own back, Debbie.
I know we have, we shouldn't have said it, that's what we shouldn't have done, we should have said it, should we? Now, again, it's cut out beautifully, and I know with the power of the Gemini that I'm not going to have to run this through with my purple shim. However, I will just show you the combination for those who may need to do that or want to add that extra definition. So let me just take off the low tack tape. Now, if you're going down that route of the purple shim, oh, now then, I need to find my purple shim. Just give me a second, Joe. Just give me a second while I find that.
No problem. Any questions you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube. You did well to track that down, Debbie, so quickly.
I'm just going to switch it to my little ones, Joe, so show you. So all you do now is, and I'll show you how you use your purple shim. You've got your clear cutting plates, your plastic shim. I've got my die still in place, so it's still in situ. I'm going to pop on the top the purple rubber shim. This is when you don't use your magnetic, so you're going to put your magnetic to one side for a second, and then we're going to run that through onto the top, so the other cutting plate goes onto the top, and this is how you do your combination for for doing the extra embossing on any dies that have got the die cut and the embossing feature to it. It gives it a bit of extra definition, but I do mean this. The power of the Gemini is quite, well, we all know, it's a monster of a machine. It's got unrivaled pressure, and it's, honestly, without having to do this, Joel, you'll find it works just as good without doing it. So, but you get a more defined embossing. That's the word I'm going to go with. A more defined embossing.
Marvellous.
So I'm just going to, let me just tap. There's only me in today, so it's okay. I can get away with it. And now you can see the beautiful embossed detail running around the edge. But again, just take a look how beautiful that is. It's absolutely glorious. I love the design on this one. In fact, if I just hold it against some white, look how beautiful that is. It's stunning. Look at that gorgeous detail. It's very Art Deco with this one. Do you think so?
Yeah,
it's got a Art
really
Deco
cool.
kind of feel to it. But I just love the whole, and do you know, you could chop into these, so you could use them, like take little sections of them, either end, but you could use them as your card blanks as well. But I will, like I said, I will be going through that with you all later on the launch show. So just give it a quick tap and get rid of everything. I'm going to use a white piece now, because I am going to do a bit of stamping on this piece. So I'm just going to, and I'm only using two. The thing is nesting dies, yes, they're beautiful for nesting layers, but let's not forget they're just decorative panels as well. So that's what I'm going to do with this, Joe. I'm just going to give it a shadow drop, but I'm not actually going to use any of the other two pieces that come with it. So
Debbie,
let's run that through.
how would these look through your foil press?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Foiling
And they
the
will
outline
fit.
detail, better be
Yeah.
really cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and they will fit through your foil press as well. So I know
nice.
our Craig. I know our Craig. He's probably already tried it. He's probably already had these and had a go on the foil press with it. But yes, they'll look beautiful. You'll get a completely different look, of course, when you foil press. But you can use any of your dies with your foil press to create that beautiful foiled feature. So I'm just going to run that. I'm not going to bother doing the embossing because, like I said, the power of the Gemini is already automatic there, and will give you that lovely feature of the
It's
embossed.
almost the same but totally different, Debbie. Actually, just foiling the die cut, the actual die cut elements would look gorgeous as well, wouldn't they?
Oh,
Quite
yeah.
a bit of glitz and glam on them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to take that out for a second. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stamp on this piece now. So I'm just going to move that to one side, Joe. Let's pop that on there. Let's put the other two pieces, because I'm not going to use these two pieces. Although saying that, again, to create that aperture, you can create that beautiful frame and it will give you another piece, and exactly the same with the one, but of course you've got that build up of the nesting as well. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to bring in my stamping platform. So let me grab hold, because I am going to now switch to the brush lettering. So I'm going to pop that onto there. Oh, I can tell our Debs has been in. It's a sticky stamping platform again.
Yeah, she has. She was in yesterday.
She never fails to let me down, our Deb.
She
Never fails.
said that you said it was actually a good idea now.
It is a good, do you know what? It is a cracking idea. Absolutely, it's a cracking idea. I just think she's a very clever lady. She always comes up with lots of different ideas, and this is actually one of the better ones.
Did you see what she did yesterday?
No, what did she do yesterday?
Heat embossed metal gems.
Heat embossed a
You
metal
know,
gem?
little metal gems. You know, like the little butterflies from the vintage butterfly?
Yeah.
She covered them in pigment ink and then heat embossed them, changed the colour of them. Very clever.
Oh, very clever.
Very clever technique.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a clever idea as well. I like that. I might have to watch that. What show did you do that on?
Oh.
I missed the shows yesterday.
One of yesterday or the day before's.
I was doing a bit of binge watching, so I missed the show
Were you?
yesterday.
What
Yeah,
were you binging?
I was binge watching The Split.
What's that?
An BBC drama with Nicola Walker, really good actress. I followed her for years, and it was called The Split. Really, really, really engrossed, and I watched three full series
What sort of
back
style
to
of
back.
show is it?
So she's a family lawyer. She's a family lawyer, yeah, that specialises in divorce and that kind of thing. But it's just a really lovely. The heart of it is a big family, and they were really, really, really enjoyed it. And I got hooked straight away. If something grabs me after one episode,
Yeah, it's got to get me from the first episode, or I'm not going back.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
exactly. If it doesn't catch me in that first episode, Joe, that's me done. I won't even go back to it.
Oh, Debbie, you know what we can watch tonight when we get back to the house?
What's that?
It starts tonight, doesn't it? Do you remember the couple from County Durham, which is where we are here, just down the road, and he tried to fake his own death, do you remember? And they were going to move to Panama, and
the
they got
canoe
found out.
person. Is it the canoe? The boat, the canoe and the white
Yes,
boat, the
that.
canoe and
So it
that
starts
one?
tonight. It's on ITV. It's a new drama about all of that.
You see, this is for me. This is the problem with me, Joe. I don't want to watch them weekly. I want to binge watch things.
Do you?
Yeah. So I probably go onto the ITV hub
Player,
thingy
then you
and
watch
carry on watching it because that's what I'm like. But yeah, it does look good one. Right. So I'm using the Happy First. I've used our fuchsia. I've actually gone with the opaque pigment ink one. Because you could do this with the heat embossing technique, although I'm trying to see where the... Yeah, I tell you what, I'll just use it in the way that I'm going to use it, which is just across there. But you could use clear embossing powder over the top, Joe. But all I'm going to do is place that over the top and then stamp that down. I am using our stamping platform with a magnetic base. So let's pop that on. And if I have missed any areas, you see, I can go back in because I've got my lovely stamping platform for that reason, and that's why I love this stamping platform and why, to be honest, I've got rotation stamps on later, and I wouldn't be without it for that reason. So again, and there you go, you've got that lovely crystal, and
really
it is
lovely.
crystal beautiful. So I'm just going to wipe this down. So let me grab a wipe and a tissue. Let's get a little tissue. Where's the tissue? Oh, here we go. There we go. Thought I were organised today, but not quite. Right, so let's just pop that onto there and just clean that up, doing a bit of housekeeping as I'm going along.
Papercraft says, I can't watch tonight as I'm at a Dua Lipa concert. Oh, Papercraft, that's amazing. So she was in Manchester on Friday night, Debbie.
I love Dua
and
Lipa.
I didn't go, and
Did you
I've
not?
been watching all the videos, and it
Kicking
looked
yourself?
incredible.
Yeah, I bet you'd be kicking yourself.
I am devastated that I didn't go. So then I've been having a little look because it was the first night of the tour. Because you know what normally happens when someone's on tour? The tour starts, there's a buzz about it, and you think, oh gosh, I can't miss that, and then you get a ticket and you go, don't you? Manchester was the first night of the tour.
Oh.
The actual first night of the tour. So, and also she's in London for a couple of nights next week, but I'm working, so the only place I could see her is Barcelona.
Barcelona?
That'd be the only place, that'd be the only one I've got a day off
that's
for.
not a hardship, is it really, Joe? That's not a hardship.
So, I mean, I
Joe,
could
no,
just...
I mean, really. It's, you know,
I mean, it could be a sign that I could just need to go to Dua Lipa.
Yeah, it could be fate, absolutely.
Who knows? Well, have fun,
Yes,
Papercraft, and
absolutely
please
have
let
lots
us
of fun.
know how it was.
Yeah. Now, Joe, I've got the next step of this, the stamp, and I am going to go through the centre of that one because I do love the idea of this lovely brush lettering technique going through the centre of there. I love the design of these, and I love the two different fonts. When brought together, look really quite cool. So I'm going to just pop that stamping platform, pick that back up again, and this time I'm going to use a quick dry ink. Only because I couldn't find the other one. So again, I'm just going to use quick dry over the top.
We had lots of different ink pad bundles for you on yesterday's Colour Me Happy show. It was an ink pad 101, so we had water reactives, quick dries, opaque pigments, metallic. So if you want to pop back to yesterday's shows, you'll be able to find deals on all of those, which is excellent.
Oh, an ink pad 101. I love doing those shows. Again, because I've just missed that area. And that's just down to pressure. But the beautiful thing about having this platform with that magnetic base is the fact that I can go back in and go over the areas where I think I might have missed. There, and you get that beautiful lettering running through the centre. I just think they're absolutely glorious. I love them. I honestly think they're beautiful. They really are. So I'm just going to lift that up just for a second and bring that down. Now, I am going to use...
Debbie?
Yes?
She's in Leeds tonight.
She's not.
So, I mean, we finish at 8. She probably doesn't come on till about 10 past 9.
She'll not come on till about 9, yeah. She'll not come on till about 9.
So I reckon if we jumped in the car and was double quick...
No,
Leeds is less
is
than
not
an
that far.
hour.
It's like me going home. It's probably about an hour from here. Yeah, it's probably about an hour.
It could be us tonight.
Look at you, you're getting carried away.
Yeah, I think we'll be cutting it a bit fine. And it's probably sold out, Debbie, as well.
To be fair, I bet she has. Yeah. Plus, let's not forget, Joe. We're working. Are you in working tomorrow?
I am indeed. Yeah, me and you again.
Yeah. So I know what'll happen. I don't know about you just a little, but I have to be in bed by a certain time.
Do you? What's the cut-off time?
Well, I like to go and retire upstairs.
Sorry?
I like to retire upstairs and just
You do
chill
like
a
to
little
retire,
bit.
but
I do
a
when I'm
little-
here. When I'm
Right.
at home, I'm usually falling asleep on settee, like or in the armchair at 3 o'clock in the morning, because I sometimes I don't come out of my craft room until ridiculously late. But when I'm here, I like to retire to the bedroom about 10:30.
Oh, okay.
Go upstairs, take the makeup off, take your face off, have a nice cuppa or a Pepsi Max, Jerry. Just sit there and read. Maybe
Nice.
maybe watch a bit of.
I didn't realise you were a reader. What you got on the go at the moment, Debbie?
Do you know what? I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't, no. I haven't got one on the go because I've been doing a lot of, I love audio books at the minute.
Nice, me too.
Yeah, so I'll get my earphones in and then just sit back and listen to my audio books.
Gorgeous.
But at the moment, I've not actually got any on the go, so I need to find something. Well, I could do with some recommendations, actually. I'm always on the lookout for a good book.
I'm quite bad that I won't start one until I finish one.
No, me neither.
But the problem is if I'm not enjoying one, I've had the same one on the go for about 3.5 months now, and it's really long and I just can't get to the end of it. So I'll be better off just giving it up and moving on, but I don't. I try and persevere. So my credits are backing up. I think I've got 5 or 6 credits now. I need to just move on, Debbie.
You see, this is the thing with me, Joe. I've said it about TV programmes, I say it about books. If that book doesn't grab me in that first chapter, forget it. And it
Right,
goes.
dumb.
I'm done. I don't want to read anymore. I just think I'm not going to waste my time because I've done it once before. I'll never do it again. So if it doesn't grab me straight away, that's me done for it. Now, take a look how beautiful that looks. And it does look absolutely gorgeous. And I've just literally gone round the edge with the ink to bring in and tie it in with that. But what I'm going to do now is I am just going to bring in, let me just, no, I'm not going to wipe it with your dress, Debbie. You're not going to wipe it with your dress. Let me just wipe it with a bit of tissue and clean that up. And then I'm just going to do that shadow drop where so I've got my black piece and then I've got my white piece, but I'm going to use and because obviously of the nature of this die, it's a very delicate die, so please don't go heavy-handed. I'll learn from my mistakes where I've gone a little bit heavy-handed, she says, don't rip any of it. So I'm using my dotted tape pen for this, just to go around that lovely filigree. I'm going to call it the filigree feature, and then my solid one. What have I done with my solid one? There it is. Put my solid one just onto the back of the solid panel, and then we're going to give it a little drop shadow feature. So I'm going to place it over. There we go, and I'm going to go in, just line that up and just drop it a tad, just by a fraction, not too much, but I just want to create that lovely, and you can see that lovely effect that it creates, where it creates that lovely shadow effect. Just gives it a little pop, which I quite like. So I'm just going to make sure that's lined up and sits neatly over there. Perfect. And then little faux pas there, so I'm just going to try and stick that together again. But yeah, take your time with this one. Make sure you don't do what Debbie's done, because I'm good at doing that. There we go, and that'll fit on lovely, absolutely beautiful. So again, I'll tell you what else I'm going to do, Joe. Let me grab my, while I've got my piece here, I'll create a little bit of a background piece with this one. So don't tell me I have cut into my background piece. Oh dear Lord, I have, Joe.
What you
tell
done,
you what,
Debbie?
I've cut into my white piece that I created for my background. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a piece of stamping card.
Okie doke.
Not stamping card. All-purpose, multi-purpose.
We've got book recommendations coming in for you now, Debbie.
Fabulous.
Rhiannon says, I highly recommend the Erica Forster series by Robert Brinzer.
Robert?
There you are. Kimberly says, Outlander series, Debbie. They're fantastic books by Diana Gabaldon. The TV series is wonderful too. Outlander.
I've never seen that one. Just one I've never watched. Outlander.
Anne says, I love audiobooks, but enjoy them, but tend to fall asleep during them. There needs to be an app on your phone or something on your phone where it works out the immediate moment you fell asleep, so it can pause it for you.
Yep.
Because with an audiobook, it's a bit of a pain trying to get back to find where you were.
Yep.
If it like rolls on like 3 hours time, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. Right, I've moved my magnetic base off because what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to create my own background paper. So I'm just using my birthday part to this one, and I'm just going to stamp randomly around using my quick dry ink. And I've gone with black, but I could have used that gorgeous fuchsia. But I'm just wanting to show you how I create mine. When I go random, I do mean random and rogue, and literally just now stamp the birthday. And again, I wouldn't be able to do this. Can you brush letter, Joe?
No.
Me neither.
I can barely write my name, Debbie. I feel like the world we live in now, we get less and less opportunity to write anything. I mean, I can't remember the last time I physically wrote anything with a pen. Because I have my phone, I type, I use the keyboard. When do you ever write anything? I mean, it's very, very rare, isn't it? I didn't write any Easter cards for anyone, no. So, but yeah, writing in cards, maybe making notes, that's the only time we really get to write. So I'm left-handed, Debbie, as well, and my handwriting has got pretty bad recently.
Has it?
It has, yeah.
Mind you, I scribble a lot. Do you know, I used to be so neat, always getting like, you know, from teachers at school telling me how lovely and neat my handwriting was. Then I got to a certain age where, oh my days, I just wanted to write for speed and literally.
Is it because when you worked in a dentist, is that when it started?
I think it is, you know, honestly, because we used to have to write. I worked, when my first dentist experience before I was with me, one that I was with for 10 years, was my practice that I used to go to, and everything was done by hand.
Right.
So you had to, and when I say hand, all your records done by hand,
Wow.
everything done by hand, in the book, in the appointment book, everything. So literally just the quickest way to be able to write, and that's when messy writing came into my life because I was just shocking with it. So
it's
yeah.
when you go to the doctors and they write you, a note or something.
You never read anything.
I just can't ever read it. I have no idea what's written. Yeah.
Yeah, you can never read what they put, can you?
No.
No, definitely. Right, so I've just created my own background paper there, and then all I've done with this piece, Joe, is trimmed it down to size, and I've used round the edges again, just used some of the fuchsia, because I wanted to create myself my own little background paper. I've not taken care to go through the centre because when, yeah, exactly, Producer Georgia, you're not going to see this. So I've gone with a 9x6 card for this one. I wanted it slightly bigger, and again, I can do. The lovely thing about this is that I can make my own envelopes and box cards and things like that when it comes to make any style card, any shape size card. I've said this all the time, you don't have to stick to traditional sizes like your 5x7s and your 4x6s. You can create as big, as small as you want, your own unique styles, because you've got enveloper that will help you create your envelopes with ease. Or if you do anything like I do, if I can't find it on my enveloper, I make a box.
Okay.
I make a box, and I make my box to my own size. So you can see where I started with this, didn't you? I went a little bit dodgy, so I stopped and then turned it over because I thought I'm not wasting any cardstock. Don't do things like that.
Just make sure you stick it down properly in case it falls off.
No, I know. Cover it all up. So I'm just going to pop that onto there like so. And now what I'm going to do is bring back in my little shadow drop piece, and I'm going to lift it a little bit as well so you can see. But by combining both together, you can create some really nice things here. So again, I'm just going to use some foam pads onto the back. So let's go 1, 2, 3. I'm using the larger of the foam pads here with this one. Just take the backs off. And then position that into place. Let me show I've got my card the right way around. There we go. I think that's about central, isn't it? Ooh.
Looks about it.
Oh, I'll have to get away with that one now, because do you know the trick there? Oh, foam pads can be sticky. Do what I say, not as I do. Pop some wet glue behind the back of them.
Right.
And then it gives you the wiggle time to position it into place so that if you're not central and you're not right, you've got a bit of wiggle time to get into there. And then I'm just going to finish that off now, Joe, with a couple of, I'm going to just go with a couple of beads with this. Got some in my Hunky Dory beads when I can get into the packets. There we go.
The nails are looking fabulous, Debbie.
Thank you very much. I've had them chopped and sorted and managed to fix my very poorly nail. They are clever people.
You had a poorly nail?
Oh, I had a very poorly nail.
What was wrong with it?
Well, I tried to save Sapphire from falling. She fell over the dog.
Yeah.
And I tried to save her from falling. And in my attempt to save her from falling, I fell over the dog and went smashed into the wall and knocked this clean off, right down to just under here.
Just your own nail as well? Or just
with my own nail,
Oh,
yes.
no, you snapped your own nail.
Snapped my own nail. It was incredibly painful. So for a few days, I had a very painful.
How did you fix that?
The wonderful nail technicians that I go to fixed it for me. And do you know what? The minute I got one put on and fixed it, like instant relief.
Was it?
Yeah,
Stop
but
hurting?
I used a lot of tea. I don't know about you, Joe, but I'm quite a big believer in tea tree oil.
Right, okay.
It's really fabulous. It's got soothing qualities and quite fast healing. I think quite fast healing properties as well. And I used that, and it didn't half take away that pain too. So yeah. But note to self: don't try saving granddaughter from falling next time.
Not if you're worried about your nails, at least. Did you get to see them over the long weekend?
I had Saturday with them. I went to Skegness. We went to Skegness.
Skeg Vegas.
Yes.
How was that?
Oh, it was beautiful. It was packed.
Was it?
Oh my days, it was.
Was it
packed.
warm?
It was warm. It was lovely. She went on donkeys. We went on beach. Ezra had me running because he's loving running at the minute, and he runs like a little old man. I'm just going to just show you how he does it. So he does this. That's the exact movement he makes. He gets his arms right up, and he runs. He's only like 15 months old, and he runs and he goes with his little face, and then walks. And he literally, well, put it this way, I did 20,000 steps on Saturday.
Wow,
so yeah, I think I got me my body magic in there really well.
Probably cost
yeah,
you
I had a
a
lovely
fortune
day with
as
them.
well, I'd imagine.
You what, love?
But it cost you a fortune as well. Taking 2
Actually,
letters to
you know
coast the day.
what? Not really for the first time. She went on
good.
Elsa Skelter, but she dragged her mum down it, not me, because I weren't going to do it. But yeah, I had a lovely day. And there you go, Joe. Look how lovely. Combining those brush lettering stamps and the beautiful nesting dies, those Slimline nesting dies. And I've only used one style of those 3. Don't forget, I could have multi-layered that up and popped that brush lettering through there, but I quite like it just on that big piece, the larger piece, but it looks absolutely beautiful.
I think when you do that drop shadow on that, it makes the world of difference as well. I think you can really, really see that difference. Let me take you back through then the 5 brand new designs that are available to you. Again, the brilliance of these is it doesn't matter if you're using landscape or portrait. It's completely, they are completely versatile. We've then got here the Luca then. This is the first one that you have. You will also receive this, which is the Latina. Then you've got your Ferrara. This is the Modena. And then you've also got the Portofino exclusive to us here at Crafters TV. So $59.96, $91.80 saves you £15 or $23, and that is getting one of them for free, which is excellent. So we've got those. The other thing that are on the show as well, you're going to love these. What I love about these as well is that they are you've got a bit of both. So you have got some festive ones in here. You've also got some everyday ones too. So something that's going to take you all the way through the year. So this is the first one. Merry Christmas is your first one that you've got there. You've also then got Season's Greetings. I know the boards are all overlaid with the word, you know, the sentiment over the occasion. But you don't have to do that. You can put it underneath. You can just use one element if you want to. There's a lot of options when it comes to how these go together. You've got Thinking of You, which is this one here. Then you've also got Happy Birthday. That one is Hello from Me to You. This one here is Thank You so very much. And then you've got Happy Holidays as well. $25.56, $31.84. You're saving more than you're spending there on those, which is fantastic. $20.45, $25.47 if you want to get your hands on these. Right, we'll have a look next at the mini die collection. A quarter off on these, which is fantastic. Susan says, I use that tea tree oil too, Debbie, for a kitchen spray, a few drops of lavender oil, some white wine vinegar, top it up with warm water. Perfect. You're giving that one a go, aren't you, Debbie?
Do you know what? I do love tea tree oil, I'm not going to lie. It's a very distinctive smell.
It is, isn't it?
It's very distinctive. You can always tell when I've got it out, because my son especially, he's not a lover. But yeah, I might try that one. I might try that. That sounds good.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
We'll start calling you Mrs. Hinch soon. Right, let me show you these mini dies then. So here you can see 96 elements within there, which is brilliant. You've got things from your little plants in there. You've got the dragonflies, best wishes, lots of different sentiments in there for you too. There is really something for everything within this particular collection. If you've got a Gemini Mini, you're going to absolutely love using these in there. A full alphabet within there too. And of course, if you want to, you can use these, of course, on any size machine that you wish. $70.99, $84.95 is your price here. If you're a platinum member, $56.79, $67.96. Triple points on these, but only for today. Triple points ends today, Bank Holiday Monday, wherever you are. So make sure you snap that up. I think these, Debbie, are one of those die sets. You look at them and you think, am I really going to get much use out of them? Oh. But then they go on everything, don't they?
They do, and I've talked about this. Gospel truth time, honestly, I will always tell you the truth. Mine sit at the side of my desk. So I've got, do you know, one of those Tiffany storage things at the side? So I've got my glass mat, and here is where I keep all my, what I call my essential dyes. I've got my nesting dyes in one of those Tiffany packages here, but here on this side, on the right hand side of me, is all my useful dyes like butterflies, flowers, and these. They sit there and I bring them out over and over and over again, and throughout the day you'll probably see that, because not only do I use them, and obviously we've got them on the show today, but I want to show you how versatile they are and how useful they are. So you can make these into a focal part of your card, which I just think is lovely. So if you just want to make something really simple, you can create beautiful cards like this. And I love the idea of being able to create smaller cards as well. So I talk about making big cards all the time, but where you can actually start to play around with them and use them to create lots of lovely different styles. I love this one. I think that one is absolutely beautiful. Very simple, very clean and simple, but looks absolutely beautiful. But then of course you can take it into your different styles. Of course, so you can, like I said, you can make them a focal part.
That's really
Look
cool.
at that one. I love this one. I wonder who did this one. Is there no name to this one? I'd love to know who did that one, because I absolutely love it. It's one of those beautiful style pop-up boxes. Using the pop-up box die that we had, I say quite recently, but about last year or year before, but using them to create lots of different styles. This one I created using the tags with love and the alphabet one there. Love that one that Craig did. I think that's really clever. Home decor pieces, you can use these in as well. Lots of different styles. Love this one. So this is being created like a little spinny card as well. That looks really fab. And again, just really useful set of dies. Tags, Joe, you love a good tag?
Yeah, I do love a tag.
Absolutely. What about with other things that you have in your crafty stash? So perhaps using them just to decorate. So lovely pop-out features here, but using the elements to create the embellishments. That's the right way of saying it, Joe. And of course, like with anything, you can go as big, as small, as you want, and so many different ways that you can use. Look at that for a little dinky card. Absolutely beautiful. So lots of lovely ways that you can use them. But I call these, I'm gonna call it as it is. They're essential. They are essential, and they're essential for the reason being that if you want to add those finishing touches, whether it be a sentiment, whether it be a butterfly, whether it be a dragonfly, whether it be a love art, a tag, whatever it is, it's going to be an essential part of your crafting every time you want to add something. Or, like I said, those are being solely used as the focal part. But I want you to look at these as something that you're going to bring out with all your other collections, your hummingbird collection, your butterfly collection, your Slimline collection, everything that you use on a daily basis, you'll be using those on a daily basis. They're an essential set of dies. Like with your nesting dies, like with all of the things that you have in your crafty stash, these are going to tick that box. And look how many there is. Take a look how many there is. And the fact that you've got the alphabet in there is just brilliant.
Yeah.
Butterflies, tags. I mean, there's a ton of things in there. There's cool sentiments in there. Special friend, best wishes just for you. Congrats. Happy birthday with love. Then you've got the extra little elements. They're just fab.
Yeah, they are great. And they're really modern as well. So you're going to get the baby, the alphabets, numbers, emoticons, party, congrats, happy birthday, plant parent, new home, sewing, tags, butterfly, dragonfly, fairy, special friend, just for you, best wishes, with love, and pets. 19 sets of dies within there. Best way to get the best value is to get them all together, as you can see there on your screen. However, if you did want to go for a pick and choose on these, you can. 3 of these, any 3 for £12 or $15 if you want to get them in that way, which is fantastic. So definitely give it a go in that way if you want to do them like that. Susan says those mini dies. My iPad's it's got a Bank Holiday Monday vibe to it today, I think. It's just not really playing ball with me, I'm afraid. Every time I go to read something, it's like it waits for me to start reading it, and then it just boots me out. Oh, we're back again. Thank you for that, Mr. iPad. And those mini die samples look so pretty and would be nice for children to try too. That's a great point. I think using the Gemini Mini specifically and these mini dies, definitely something you get people involved in. Rhiannon says, are the mini dies available separately? Yes, they are all available separately. They're in a sort of, they are sort of different price points. They vary from, well actually no, they're all the same, £4.99 or $5.99 if you want to get them individually. It's completely up to you. Then you can pick and choose. But yeah, make sure you're getting them any 3 for £12 or $15, which is the best way to go. Right, let me share with you a couple of other stuff that's coming up, or a couple of other bits that are coming up in the show. The luxury mirror card. Oh my word, this is gorgeous, this one. $34.99 or $39.95. Now I'm guessing that's a mistake where it says any two for £27 on the bottom there, or it's a mistake on the actual price. There's a mistake somewhere, I know that much. So we'll come back to that in a few minutes, we'll sort that out. So, yeah, we'll just double check that for you and we will sort that out. But I think Debbie's going to share something else. What are we going to look at next then, Debbie?
I'm going to use some of those mini dies, and I'm just going to use a couple. One to create a little bit of a background as well as a nice feature. I'm not going to make any apologies, but I'm going to use those Slimline nesting dies again because they are beautiful and again very useful as well. I've actually brought my mini out because I thought, well, you know, the mini dies, they're going to be fit perfectly through the mini. Of course, they will fit through all your other machines as well. Debbie's just dropping things on the floor there. But yeah, absolutely. Do we have the mini on the show today at all?
Sorry?
Do we have the mini on the show?
I don't know that we do. We have the Junior available in the shop today. We've got the regular machine available in the shop today. Both on a UK only, but no mini. We'll have a look if it's in stock on the website.
Yeah, just to go, let's have a little peek, see if it is. And I'm just going to use mine to run through. Let me just bring that back a second. So what I'm just going to do is, and I'm going to just use creating my little background with my butterfly. You know I love my butterflies, Joe. I love this butterfly. It's quite a nice size, but it's also it's just a beautiful design, and I think very useful as well. So I'm going to run through a few of those. Let's get through one or two of those, because it is in stock.
Right, so you can grab that if you want it.
Fabulous, fabulous. So I'm just going to pop a few of these through here, and again, I'm keeping this a nice. I'm using a monochrome feature with this card. I'm going black and white, just because you can. But I felt like a bit of black and white today. Not to say that that's my normal mood, but I felt a bit black and white because I think monochrome can look really, really quite pretty and very striking as well. And again, it's about that keeping it clean and simple. But it's just showing you the kind of things that you can do with them. And then, of course, mixing it in with the nesting dies, which are just glorious. And I'm really looking forward to that launch show. They're beautiful dies, they are. So I'm just going to take out my little pieces. Let's get rid of those. There we are. I'm going to use the With Love as well with this one, but I'm going to go in white with this. So I'm just going to cut a couple more of these out, Joe. So I've never got there. One, got two. Let's cut a couple more. Can I get a little bit more out of this piece? I'll give it my best shot.
Look at you.
Absolutely
Frugal Fiona over there.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't know why I'm like this.
I think I like Frugal Felicia works better.
Frugal what?
Frugal Felicia.
Felicia?
Yeah.
Felicia?
Yeah, Frugal Felicia.
That's a good one. Yeah. Frugal Felicia. I think I've got a bit of cardstock stuck on top of that there. What have I got on top? Have I got some? Oh, I have.
Debbie, have you seen?
What?
New Drag Race starting. Have you seen it?
No.
The
what, UK version?
It's an all-winners season.
It's a what-y?
All-winners season.
All-winners season? Oh, yes, I haven't seen that,
all the people
Joe.
that have won it before coming back to do it again. And it's got one of the British ones on it as well.
Really? Which one?
The Vivian.
Oh, the Vivian. Love the Vivian.
I thought you'd be very excited about that.
Oh, when does that start then?
Quite soon, I think.
So it's not started yet?
I want to say it's May, but I could be wrong.
Oh, guess what it is? 4 weeks. 4 weeks of Saturday just gone. What was it, 4 weeks Saturday, Joe? What were we all excited about?
Oh, Eurovision. Debbie, I think we could do it, you know.
Joe, I think we had this conversation last year.
No, we didn't.
Well, yes, I think we did.
Because as it got to this point last year, I was saying it was awful. I'd gone right off it, hadn't I, at this point?
Well,
normally,
momentum. I wasn't struck of it last year.
Momentum normally moves in the wrong direction for us at Eurovision, doesn't it? But the momentum is taking us in very much the right direction. That direction is towards Turin, Debbie. So we should be all good.
I will be disappointed if we're not, because it's a belter. It's a belter. And like
right,
you said,
Bobby Dazzler, as I'd say in your part of the world.
It is a Bobby Dazzler. It absolutely is a Bobby Dazzler. I absolutely love it. Plus, I love him. I've been following him on TikTok for since lockdown, because he started in lockdown, didn't he, on TikTok? Our Sam.
He was the most followed artist on TikTok at the
I'm
end of the end of
surprised.
lockdown.
He has
Imagine
got
that.
the right set of lungs on him, and he's an amazing singer, belts it out. I used to just sit there and watch him on a night, and I could literally watch him for hours on end, just listening to his beautiful vocals. So imagine me surprised when, imagine how thrilled I were when Joe said, guess who's representing us in England?
I know.
I was like, you are kidding me. Just brilliant. So I think it's going to be a cracker, although I'm a hobby maker that weekend. I've been discussing this with you.
Eurovision's on the 14th of May,
It
but
is.
what's on the 20th, Georgina? Oh, it starts on, the other one starts on the
she found out,
20th.
but
Yeah,
bless her
that's
little heart.
amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to take this out, and again, these sentiments, oh my God, I swear you're going to use these over and over and over again. So I've got me with love, I've got me butterflies. I say I've got me butterflies, but I've cut a few butterflies out. And I've literally, you know what I'm like with butterflies? I get a little bit carried away.
You do love them, Debbie, don't you?
I do, yeah. I've actually snipped some in half as well, because I'm going to show you a little something that I'm going to do with them in a minute as well. But those mini dies, I think, you know, you can make all sorts of star cards. I'm actually going in with a little bit of a slimline feature, and guess why, Joe? Guess why?
Right.
Because I'm going to be using, oh, look at me, I said when I've got, oh my days, how many have I done? Woof! And step away from the butterflies, Debbie, step away from the butterflies. I'm going to use the nesting dies with these as well. I've used a couple, and I'm trying to remember which one I used, and I think it was the Latina. I think I went back to the original one that I started with, if I remember rightly. And I've popped together two of them, and I've just used some foam pads, literally to, I don't know what I've got stuck under there either, Joe. I've got all sorts of bits and bobs. Literally, what are you doing in there? There we go. I'm having a nightmare this morning.
We really are.
I've just used two of them, and I've used black and white. And the reason I've gone with the black is because in the centre I am going to stick my With Love. And I did say I love monochrome, and it looks absolutely beautiful. And again, I've just used two of those dies. And if I just bring in that die set for a second, just to show you with the Latina, it's the smallest of the two. So it's not the actually big frame, it's the two of the smaller ones that I've used for that one. So I've gone in with those in a two. Again, showing you the different ways that you can use them. But I'm going to use me dotty tape pen just over the inside of my sentiment. I'm going to pop that into the centre. I'm going to bring back in my card blank. Now I've done, again, because I'm keeping it monochrome, I've kept to the DL size, and I've gone a quarter of an increment down with my mats and layers, because I've got my black and then my white. But before I actually do and stick that down, I'm going to go back in with said butterflies, because I'm going to stick them randomly all over to create my own background paper. So I'm going to use my dotty tape pen, and then we're just going to simply pop them across, and this is why I've cut multiples of them. And again, just pop those randomly in any shape, any way, shape or form.
I do love this design of card, Debbie, where you add the die cuts to it. I think it really gives it loads and loads of texture, which is cool. It's very busy on that brand new launch at the moment, Debbie. Very, very busy indeed on those advanced nesting dies. If you are going for them, I know you're going to absolutely love them. I'm really looking forward to that 2-hour launch we have them as well, Debbie, in what? About an hour and 40 minutes time.
Yep.
So I love the launch day. You get 2 hours to just explore one product. We're going to have loads of fun.
Yeah, honestly, the more useful than you actually think. And I am going to show you that, because I'm going to show you some different styles that we're going to create with them. And of course, no, I've got to do a little bit of a light up box, haven't I? But honestly, just beautiful set of dies. And I did say this, and I do mean this genuinely. Nesting dies are a must-have in any crafter's stash. And the reason being is because they offer you multiple ways that you can use them. Lots and lots of different ways that you can use them, Joe. And from the nesting element, from the nesting point of view, absolutely fabulous. But the fact that they're decorative as well. And they are beautiful. They really are beautiful. So again, you can see what I'm doing here with this, Joe. I'm creating a little bit of a background paper with it. And the reason I've split them, and let me just see, because I know I'm going to be covering a little bit of that up so I can get away with going that way with it.
Rhiannon says, are you going to Eurovision this year, Joe? I'm not, because I couldn't get a ticket, unfortunately. I missed out this year.
Sure. I know. It's not like you, Joe. You love going. I usually give you a challenge, don't I, to get on telly?
Yeah, I managed it last time.
I know you did. Your friends, John and...
Feels like forever ago though, Debbie. 2019
Is that the last time
I went
you
to
went?
Eurovision. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Debbie, there's a very, very slim chance that some tickets might be released between now and the competition. So never say never.
Never say never.
There are a lot of very cheap flights available over that weekend.
Have you already been checking?
Oh, I'm tracking them already, don't you worry about that. I may also have a hotel booked on a cancel any time up to 24 hours before, just in case some tickets were to become available. Oh yeah, I mean it could happen. I've got the day off, Debbie, I've got the day off.
You've even got the day off? Yeah, I forgot this year. And then I looked at my schedule and I was like, oh, I'm working. And I'm working away as well. I'm in Birmingham and I've got the full weekend in Birmingham. So I've already said I've got my hotel room booked and I shall be leaving.
Debbie, you might be able to go to like a Eurovision viewing party in Birmingham.
Yeah,
There'll be loads of places that are showing it.
True, absolutely true. But I do like a bit of peace.
I like peace and quiet. I'm only having 2 friends round this year.
That's not
no
like
party. No, well, last year there was 5 friends over, and there was a lot of very aggressive shushing from me. I did almost eject my friend Lee from my apartment. I said he would have to go downstairs and watch it on his own if he wasn't careful. There's no talking allowed.
No,
whatsoever.
no. And we were texting, weren't we? We did some texting.
We text, yeah, texting's fine.
Now, that's created using those butterflies on that white. Look at the difference that's created there just by, and I've literally just created a bit of a background paper there using those mini elements. And I did say, you know, I'm not thinking outside the box, but I want you to think of all the different ways that you can use them, from extra embellishments to things like what I'm going to do today with these. And I love them. When I first got them, I'm like, oh, I can see how many times I'm going to be using these, really, loads and loads of times. So I'm going to pop that down onto there, Joe, and I'm going to put my background paper. Now, again, I've just cut like a quarter of an increment, but you can see it coming together, and again, that monochrome gives it a real nice feature. Very striking is the word I'm going to use for this one. And I'm just going to pop that onto there.
Pammy says, I've got these in my basket, and I am debating. Ooh,
don't debate, because I promise you, you will use them over and over and over and over again. I have had my money's worth and some out of mine, literally, and I mean that genuinely, because I'm practically using it in most of my demos. I don't know if people have noticed of late, but they are. I know producer Georgie and see it, because I just love them, and they're there. They're on my desk. They're easy to use. They're very, and again, look at these with the nesting dies. How gorgeous these are looking. And I'm just going to pop that into the centre.
They look quite modern used like that, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not going to put, I've got a couple of spare left over, but I'll keep those for another time. And I'm not going to add anything else to it, because again, I just want to keep it really nice and simple. But let me see if I can get that. Shall I go pop it there, George? There we go, there we go. And just in black and white, there you go. Oh, Debbie. George said he was going to adjust. There you go. Just using two of those sets, that butterfly and that with love, of course, with those beautiful Slimline nesting dies that I just can't help myself. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to apologise, because they're just beautiful dies, but they are really, really quite fabulous. And again, you can make something simple yet striking. And again, that's just using 2 dies and 2 of the elements of the Slimline nesting dies.
Yeah, it is, and the great thing about this is, you know, these mini dies are wonderful to add as embellishments to larger cards. If you want to use them like that, you can kind of mix them in with any of your collections that you have, which is fantastic. Or you can use them on their own, on smaller projects or tags. They really do fall into a lot of different categories within your crafting. And the great thing is that you've got such a plethora of different sort of styles and designs. You've got alphabets, you've got embellishments, you've also got your sentiments in there too. All of them for $70.99 or $84.95. That's a great saving, as you can see there. Or what you can do is opt to pick and choose with them if you want to. And if you choose to do that, any 3 of these will be £12 or $15. So it's up to you. The choice is yours, but do not miss out on them. And also don't miss out on the fact that you've got triple points for the rest of today, but it must end tonight, so don't forget. And make sure, if you're eyeing the next level in the club, then this might be your opportunity to do so. I'm going to give you another opportunity to check out. I will be back with more demonstrations in just a second, but before then, here's some of the fun stuff we get up to here at Crafters TV.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day. Quick Buy. All your crafting must-haves in a flash. Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies, and that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in. Quick Buy. Get yours now.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Loads of love for that last card there. Pammy says, love black and white cards, so classy. Linda's loving it as well. Susan says, a pretty card, Debbie, too. I think my iPad's been chatting to the union, Debbie, and decided that it's not going to work on a bank holiday, I think. It's really testing me today. We shall come back to that in a moment. I want to talk to you about the Monday Mega Deal, which will be coming up for you in Monday Makers. As it does every week, you can only grab it. It's time-limited offer, the Monday Mega Deal, so you've only got 24 hours to grab it. So do make the most of it. It's the 8x8 magnetic stamping platform here. You're also going to get 60 sheets as well of the multi-purpose card top, aka formerly known as the artist, formerly known as stamping card, but we've just renamed it because stamping is everything card, isn't it? So we're now calling it multi-purpose card. So you're going to get that included in there as well. You're saving over 25%. I think I'm right in saying you get the multi-purpose card free of charge here. You do indeed. Right, so do take advantage of that. Especially as well, whilst you've got triple points. Triple points is a great opportunity. If you are trying to get to the next level of the club, it's a great opportunity to stock up on some of the essentials. That's why we've done that. Got it good for you, but also anything that it could be, papers, card stocks, all of those things, great time to stock up. So do go over and build your basket over on the website. Now we're going to have a little look at these. These are the background rotation stamps for you. Now you're only paying for one here, yet you're getting 3 for free. How amazing is that. Now, I'm going to ask George to come in and have a look at all this detailing down here, because I want you to come and see the actual finished effect that you've got, because the rest of the board, whilst it shows you what each layer gives you, this is the bit that really matters down here. You are getting the sentiment included. You can interchange the sentiments across the three. So that one there is your meadow reef that you can see. You're also going to get this one here. This is your butterfly roses you've got in that one. Then you've got the rustic botanicals just there, and finally you've got sending butterfly wishes. You are not paying for those three when you go for them in this configuration. How amazing is that? Just over £10, just under $12 if you are a platinum member there to grab a hold of those. These are really lovely, Debbie, aren't they?
And very easy to use, because you just simply rotate it 90 degrees 4 times. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times to create this design. I don't know who designed this or who came up with this concept, but what a clever way of creating some beautiful, beautiful imagery. And you're going to have the time of your life playing with these. And your colours, you can keep one colour. I love this one. You can take your nesting dies and create some really fancy shapes. You can cut into them to create apertures. But each one have got this lovely, like a circular design around them, which is just absolutely beautiful. So again, you can see just how gorgeous they are. I'm going to show you a few of these, because I think that deal on the screen, you're buying 1 and you're getting 3 free, so you're getting 4 in total. I think it's probably the Monday Madness deal, this one. We're going to call it a bank holiday crazy deal.
Bank holiday bonkers.
Yeah, bank holiday bonkers, and it's absolutely fabulous. And of course, with them being a stamp, it means that you can do quick dry inks. You could do opaque pigment inks and add your heat emboss techniques to them. You can take them into any style of card you want and create lovely that's just creating a panel using those rotating stamps. You can split them up. That one has been, so it's been stamped and then split in half with a border going through the centre. Really clever, really effective, but at that price,
amazing, aren't they?
That's
absolutely
crazy.
amazing.
I didn't realise, when we were talking before the show, I didn't realise they were that deal. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. Right, so with that said, I'm going to show you how easy they are to use. And I've chosen quick dry inks with mine. So I've gone with Bordeaux, I've gone with Honey Pot, Grasshopper and Crushed Velvet. And the reason I use quick dry is it's that non-smudgy stamping that I love, and it gives me crisp, defined looks with what I call a layered stamp. So I'm just going to push those to one side. I'm going to use my stamping platform. Not sure if we've got this in stock. I'm pretty sure.
We should run the mega deal stamping platform with that card stock. No, you buy the 8x8, you get the cardstock for free. Yeah, $24.99,
Almost like I
$29.99.
planned it, but no, I didn't. Yeah, that's brilliant that we've got that on, because it's going to come in really useful when it comes to that rotating, because you need to make sure, if you haven't got a stamping platform, you're going to have to make sure that you use a stamping platform that gives you the ability to line up so that you create that 90-degree angle each and every single time. You cannot get a finer appliance or a finer tool for the rotating stamps than this fabulous magnetic board, and we call it magnetic. It's not that it's magnetic and stick magnets to it. It's the magnet sticks to the base to stop the paper from moving, and then you've got the little legs that sit inside the footwells to make stamping very easy. When I say stamping very easy, if you move it around, you have got a little bit of wiggle, so you make sure you stamp directly above and press down, so you're not moving it, so you're not going to take it that way, because that's when you'll end up with what we call ghost stamping, and that's not what you want, so you just put the pressure over the top. Right, so with that in mind, let me get hold of, I'm going to go with Meadow Wreath. Yours will not come like this.
Why is yours that colour, Debbie?
Because of the inks and the amount of time I use it. And some of the inks do stain, not going to lie. But it doesn't mean that my stamping ability is any less. Is it diminished? Is that the right word I'm looking for? Is that right, Joe?
That's the right word.
Yeah, right word.
I think so, we got it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you're going to do with this, and I'm just going to, I always, every time I stamp, this is how I start with mine, I put it over my cardstock where I want it to be. And especially if you're designing, you know, a certain style, a certain size, I just like to lay it down. You can see I've love this stamp because I've used it quite a few times. But placing it on and then letting the stamping platform pick that up and position that back down. And I'm just going to make sure there's no air bubbles in. So give that a good coverage. These are absolutely Rolls Royce of stamping. It's photopolymer, so it's really beautiful stamping material as well. And I say stamping material it's made from. Right, so I'll start with the lightest colour, Joe. So I'm going to go in with the honey pot, and I'm just going to literally ink over the top of that stamping design. Now all you need to remember with this is that you simply rotate 90 degrees. We've got tons of tutorials online. I think Jan launched these last year. Want to say last year?
I think so.
We've got dedicated 2 hours. I think there's even been a craft along.
There is a craft along indeed, yeah. So launch day craft along, all available on the website. Yeah,
absolutely. So I've inked up quite a bit on there, and I'm just going to position it in. And I'm going to start in with my Crafter's Companion logo down in the right-hand side. And like I said to you, when you're using your stamping platform, don't push at it. So you go over the top and push down. And then just push down over the design of the stamp, where you can see the little bit of stamp. Now, it looks very odd when you see it for the first time, when you stamp one layer down. And the reason being is because we've got that pattern that works that 90 degrees each and every time. So you can see it's laid out there, and I think beautifully in itself. However, the magic is when we rotate. And all you're going to do, George, that's because I can hear George in my ear. Sorry there, Joe. Is we're going to, first of all, just clean it because I want to just get off that excess ink. So I'm just going to take off the top coating of that, the honey pot. So I'm going to take that off over the top. I'm going to just get that cleaning with my tissue over the top. And then I'm going to take the next colour. So the next colour I'm going to go in with is, let's go with the green. So I'm going to go with the grasshopper. So I'm going to go over that stamp again. And it is important to clean your stamp down in between your colours, Joe. And the reason being is you'll get a mix of colours. So if because you're using the same stamp, if you don't clean it in between, you get like a, I'm going to say it, but like a muddy colour. And you don't want that. You don't want a splodgy muddy colour. You want crisp, clean colours. Yeah, and you don't want to spoil your project, exactly. So we started off with the logo in the bottom right-hand corner. So we're going to just now rotate 90 degrees. So simplistic in itself, it's self-explanatory, and every single one of the stamps work the same way. So we're going to push down. So again, pushing down, notice I didn't go in like where it can wiggle. I'm just pushing directly over the top of that stamped image. And lift that up. And you can see now I've got that lovely green. It's starting to form. You can actually see it forming in that circular shape. So we'll just repeat that process. It's as simple as this. So again, I'm just going to clean off the top the excess ink. And again, just get rid of all that. And again, just want to make sure I've got rid of what. My goodness, I think I went a little bit OTT with the ink there. I perhaps could have got another. I could have got another stamped image out of that one. What colour? Shall we go with the red? So we're going with the Bordeaux. And again, it's exactly the same. Oh, this is a nice. Oh, this is juicy. I think I've covered everywhere there.
That's a lovely colour, that one.
Very juicy. Now, we started off right-hand corner. We turned it 90 degrees for the second one. So we do exactly the same, 90 degrees again. So this time it's up in that top left-hand corner. I'm going to place it down. Make sure all of them are sat in the footwells, and we're going to push down again. So I'm not pushing, I'm pushing directly over the top. And if you just remember that when you're stamping and using your stamping platform, nothing will go wrong, I promise, when it comes to stamping. And if you haven't stamped that first time, you're absolutely fine to go back in and over to create that stamped image. So I think, it's looking beautiful. Starting to come together, that gorgeous wreath. So again, I'm going to take me rather messy looking, well, I say messy looking, I'll probably use that again when I let it dry out. Let's clean all that up.
Pam E says, I remember when I first got them, I struggled a bit with these. Then Jan did a class of them, and it just clicked. They are fantastic stamps. They really are.
They're so easy to use. So easy to use. A lot easier than they look, because you look at it, especially when you put that first stamp down, you think, oh my God, that don't look right. Until you start rotating, and then it's the easiest thing in the world. Very cleverly designed by Leanne and the team again. What a bargain though. Oh my days, what a bargain today.
$12.99 or $14.95.
Yeah, absolutely. And the lovely thing about this is you can choose your colours. I'm not having to do any colouring in with these because the stamp does all that colouring image for me. And again, you can use any of your ink pads. I'm just using quick dry because I like the idea that I get no smudging when I use them, apart from if you get it on your fingers, so just be careful. So again, I'm just going to go over with the crushed velvet, one of my favourite colours. In fact, my line, it's my favourite colour. Bet we was in that, the logo was in that top left hand corner, so we're going to just rotate again, another 90 degrees, and it comes full circle. It's as easy as that, because if you think we started off, that little logo was down here, we've just gone full circle by simply rotating it 90 degrees every single time. And then again, I'm just going to go straight down over the top, and again, couldn't be any easier. Really simple process, but looks absolutely beautiful when it's all lined up. Look at that gorgeous wreath design.
Amazing. Absolutely
gorgeous, and I adore them, I really do. What a juicy colour. I think my Bordeaux needs replacing at home because I've used the same colours. But look at the difference. Now, what I've used in this one, and I'm going to keep that because you have got as well, if you're wondering where I got...
I think your one you did today was nicer.
Well, it's more striking, isn't it? It's a lot more striking in the colours, but I'm going to save that because I'll use that again. But what I did with this, Joe, to create the aperture was, do you know our lovely...
nesting die?
Thank you. Circular nesting die. I use a circular nesting die into the centre, and whichever way around you look, you can see that beautiful floral. That same design runs around it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I've got a 6x6 card. I've taken some pastels from our textured cardstock because I want that to sit behind there. This is when you can make your shaker cards, all sorts of different style cards with this. But I just wanted to keep it, I'm saying simple, but really... as simple could be. So again, yes, I like that word. You can go as simple or as extravagant as you want, our producer Georgina said, and that's exactly what you can do with these. And with those samples that I showed you, I don't think I got that on properly, let me just pop a little bit more glue on. I think I might need to ask Tracy for some more all-purpose because I'm about all out of mine, unless we've got some... Oh, it's okay, I can see some.
Oh, you've got some more?
Yeah, I've seen some at the side of me. I'm just have to use a studio.
Poor Tracy's hobbling about today, isn't she?
Is she wobbling? Why is she wobbling?
She is hobbling about because she's broken her toe.
How has she broken her toe?
Broken her big toe. She had an incident. She got into a fight, I think, down the pub.
You little fibber, you.
Well, she did get into a fight with a garden waste wheelie bin. Yeah.
With a wheelie bin?
The wheelie bin one, I think, by the sounds of it.
I was going to say, how on earth do you have a fight with a wheelie bin?
Yeah, I think she was moving the garden waste bin around and
it fell. Especially with garden waste in, they're so hard to move around.
Aren't they, those ones? Yeah, so she's hobbling around today.
Oh, bless her.
So we'll try not to annoy her too much.
No, we shouldn't. Make sure she sits down. Mind you, that's impossible in her job. She's always on the go.
We could push her around on one of the office chairs.
Yeah, one of the wheelie chairs.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Joe. Now, excuse me a minute. Go on, I just choked.
Any tips? Treasure Heart says, I have issues sometimes lining the stamp on the platform properly. I seem to have it slightly off. And then I don't get the result I need. Any tips about lining that stamp up on the platform?
So did you see me at the start where I lined it up? I put my paper down first and then lined my stamp. I put the stamp over the top of my paper where I wanted it to be and then picked it up with the stamping platform. For me, because it's such a big piece, trying to position it, I would struggle with myself because this is 6x6 in size, so it's quite a big. I say 6x6. That's I think it's slightly smaller. Oh, it's 5. Is it 5 by 5? Let me just measure that actually. Yeah, 5.5 by 5.5. Sorry, it fits on a 6x6 perfectly. So I lined it up. So I put the stamp down over the top of the paper, picked it up, and then it was positioned into place. So that's how I got mine precise. If you're going to be using it without a stamping base, that's when you need to line it up. And I would do exactly the same. I would pop my paper down, I would layer the stamp up over the top of the paper, pick it up with the stamping platform, and then just make sure your paper is anchored down. So it might not be using a magnetic, but you could could put tape down on it on there. So you could hold tape to stop it from moving, and that way you'll get precise. As long as you're rotating that 90 degrees every single time and putting it in the same place. And I'm not going to lie, if you've got this, it's the perfect platform, and you can see that beautifully with that imagery lined up. But yeah, so just be careful when you're doing it freely. I would definitely say line up over the paper first, take your paper down and then pick it up, and that should help you with lining up. Trying to get it positioned into like a corner can be quite tricky. This is a big stamp. I want you to remember that it's a big stamp. If you've got the stamping platform, you're absolutely fine with that. Right, I'm just going to finish this demo, Joe. So you can see I've created my aperture. I actually use the same nesting dies, and I didn't do anything different. From the fact of is that I stamped my Happy Birthday to You with the crushed velvet quick dry ink. I've added a few gems, and using that stitched circle meant I could create the aperture, but going up that next step I've actually used the purple to bring it in so it literally matches up. So my outside image, and I could have used the centre part of that, but it was late at night when I was doing this one and I didn't want to. Yeah, I just didn't want to. So I just thought I'd use another piece of cardstock. But I used the next size up of the nesting die to create the perfect matte and layer. And it's the same nesting dies. They are so useful, no matter whether you go for a regular shape. And this is the first demo that I've ventured away from them, but they are beautiful. And again, keep it really simple, but really, really striking. And the stamp has done all the hard work for me, Joe. I've not had to do any of that.
No, it's really, really cool. The level of detail they offer you is amazing. Debbie says, Joe, is a garden waste wheelie bin a wheelbarrow? No, it's not. It's like, it's the stuff you put your refuse in,
yeah,
isn't it?
But for gardening
it's
waste.
like the bins that we have that we put the bags in, but just one specifically for garden waste. Let me recap then what you are getting included in this particular collection here. Amazing value as well. $12.99, $14.95 to grab a hold of these, which is brilliant. So you've got, this is the one you're paying for, the Meadow Reef, and then you're getting the other three totally free of charge. So you've got your butterfly roses there. You've also got the rustic botanicals. You've got the butterfly wishes in there too. Amazing, amazing value for money for you. So $10.39, $11.96 if you want to get those as a platinum member, which is wonderful. Should we do card of the show, Debbie?
Yes, we can. I'll just move on. I'll clear my rubbish up in a minute. So shall we go back to the beginning?
Yes, please.
So go back to the beginning. We started with that Slimline beautiful nesting die set with a couple of the little mini dies on there as well. So that is number one. Number two was the brush lettering with the Slimline dies. So that's number two. Number three is the monochrome black and white mini die, again using the Slimline nester. See a bit of a theme coming on here, can't you, Joe?
Nice.
I know, so that's number three. And then number four was my lovely little rotating stamp one, number four. So 4, 3, 2, or 1, you decide.
Amazing, absolutely brilliant. Make sure you are snapping those. Make sure you're getting your votes in, sorry, I should say. We're going to go back to launch day. I'm going to run you through this brand new collection of this. I'm going to run you back through this amazing collection of brand new dies here for you. $59.96, $91.80 there is your price. So you've got 5 designs. You've got the Luca. This one here is your Latina. Then we've also got the Ferrara, the Medina, and also the Portofino in there as well, which is gorgeous. $59.96, $91.80 is your price here on these. You're getting one for free, which is excellent. £15 or $23 is what you are saving. Let's give you an idea of some of the different things you can do with these, because there is absolutely loads of ideas. And I think one of those collections that the more you start using these, the more different ways you'll come up with using them too. Even on things like a dome front, you can see just there. I love this one. This one is just a tent fold, standard tent fold, but with some acetate on the inside of there, which is fantastic. This here is your little, that is your little swing one in there. I think, how fabulous is that? Reminds me of like a really fancy sign that you'd find outside a shop in Venice. You know, like the old signs you used to get that moved in the wind, Debbie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like
one of
that.
those. Now, what did you call this one? An inverted stepper?
Yeah, it's like an inside stepper.
An inside stepper, that's an excellent card.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Really, really cool. Great things like shaker cards as well. We've got one of those just there. We're going to be bringing you something fabulous with shaker cards tomorrow that I know Debbie is very, very excited about. We've got just a regular side fold or tent fold card. I love the way, Debbie, they look equally as good in, you know, portrait as they do in landscape,
Yep.
which is fantastic. You talked earlier about this as well, Debbie, making your own card blanks using these, or card-shaped cards. You've got
Yep.
the option to do that there. This one here, I don't know what we'd call this one, Debbie.
Have a look. Easel?
Is it an easel?
Yeah, it's an easel still, yeah. It's just a
I
different
think
style of easel.
When we
It's
see a
like-
standard easel,
Yeah.
because normally it's a twisted easel, or you know, all sorts of different ones, aren't we? Things like gift bags are also
love
going to
the
be
gift bag, that's
amazing.
gorgeous, that
Really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is just like a sort of tent fold, like a floating tent fold,
Mm-hmm.
which is beautiful. What else do we have? This one here, just a regular tent fold again. I mean, you say regular tent fold, it looks incredible. I mean, it's really doing it a bit of an injustice. This one here, a dome front one for you. A double fold back, as I called it earlier, but it's called a reverse gatefold.
It is.
And also a really lovely stepper done with these too. And that's just, you know, that's the tip of the iceberg when it comes to different things that you can do with them. I think you're going to have a lot of fun playing with these, Debbie. What I like about them as well is that they will go with any collection you've got. I think you could fit these or shoehorn these into absolutely any of your current paper collections just to add a little bit more texture there, or a little bit more interest.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what you can do. A nesting die offers you so many different things, because you can actually use them for the nesting die ability, where you literally create your layers upon layers and create a really nice, like a pyramide kind of effect with them. You can cut and create frames with them, apertures with them. There's lots and lots of things that you can do with them, and they're absolutely fabulous. And like as George just mentioned, you can bring them in. So I'm just going to show you these. You can literally take other dies. This is from one of our stamping dies that we've brought with this, which looks beautiful. But look with the gorgeous, beautiful knitwit papers, how you can line these up with other things that you have in your collection, and whether they be slimline, and we talk about them being a slimline which will fit the DL kind of shape, but doesn't mean that you have to stick to the DL shape. That's a lovely fold back card, but on a larger scale. Lovely easel card, this one, which I just think is beautiful again, using lots of different things into your stash. Look how gorgeous, look how striking that is. And just by lifting, and this one's just being created with a shadow drop behind each layer. So it's got two pieces here with this gorgeous blue and black. This one's got white and the green, and then this one's got black and white. And how lovely that looks. It creates some really added texture and dimension just by popping that on. By contrast, look at this one that Astrid's done, just using super bright colours. This one, I knew you'd love this. Well, everybody's been saying about this one being absolutely beautiful. Rebecca's created a little bit of a spinner card element with that, creating that aperture again, but looks absolutely beautiful. And again, showing you different ways that you can use these. This one's been created with a box, and I say being created with a box, I don't know what that we're doing in there. I found that earlier, but absolutely beautiful. Cutting into your cardstock and then popping the design back in a different colour to create that lovely illusion there, and it looks so striking in that red and black. But again, what about this? This is another lovely one there. Just keep them as simple as you want, or as, you know, delicate as you want. That's using the beautiful butterflies. This is the vintage butterflies cardstock and papers, and again looks absolutely exquisite. It really, really does. Trying to think where that happy die's come from. I've seen that before. It's one of our older collections, isn't it, that happy? Yeah,
can't think
it
where,
is.
though.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I'm going back probably about 2 or 3 years ago. We used to be in the other unit when they were out, if I remember rightly. But lovely dies, lots and lots of different ways you can use, lots of lovely ways that you can use them. Traditional nesting dies, they work beautifully, but you've got that decorative element to them, and you've got that on-trend slimline feature, which for me is a big yes please, because it's something a little bit different.
It really is.
And keeping it on trend.
Number one, Debbie, card of the show, number one.
Do you know, I think it's the colours. It's just the colourway. It's soft and pastel colours, but thank you very much. There you go.
Really beautiful, really, really gorgeous. So if you want to go for all of those, you can. $96 or $91.80 is your price. Remember today as well, you're going to get triple points on these and everything that you buy here with us on Crafters TV across the entirety of the Crafters Companion website as well. So make sure you are maybe grabbing any little essential bits that you need whilst you've got the option of those triple points. And then, of course, coming up a little bit later for us you today, just over an hour, Deb, we're going to be back, aren't we, with 2 full hours of those brand new dies. What can we expect from that?
I've got all sorts planned. I can't wait for it because it's honestly, I love nesting dies per se anyway. I just absolutely love them. A decorative feature just makes them a little bit more exciting, and lots of ways you can create. And I'm going to try and show that in that next show as well. So yes, I'm really looking forward to that one, Joe. I'm really looking forward
Amazing.
to it.
And then a little bit later, Debbie and I will both be here, of course, with Monday Makers. That'll be 6 p.m. here in the UK, 1 on the East Coast, 10 a.m. if you're over on the West Coast. Well, thank you, Debbie. It was a wonderful couple of hours. So we're going to have an hour off now and get ourselves ready for the next one.
Yep, and try and find some food everywhere. Shut today.
Is
I
it?
expect it
Even
so.
the bakers?
Yeah, I've not come with
Is
anything.
the bakers closed?
I've nothing's open.
Oh, how about some more chocolate eggs?
I think it looks like the vending machine, chocolate eggs and a bit of black coffee for me.
Well, there you go. I've had much worse meals, Debbie, I can assure you of that. Right, don't forget to check out those baskets. We'll see you back here in an hour's time. Take care.